All right. So I know the pacing is a little bit slower when it comes to like the way I speak. So I usually encourage people to watch these videos at 1.5 speed or 2 speed just to kind of like get the concept of it. So today I wanted to talk about this is something that a lot of people are not going to watch. And I know that not a lot of people are going to watch because it's a little bit more, it's not high. I don't want to say high level thinking, but it's kind of like, it's the boring stuff. This is the boring stuff, right? People don't want to hear the boring stuff. They want to hear the quick, fast. They want it to be just give me the quick tips, right? But this is something that will like whoever's watching this will change. This will actually like change the way that you approach your goals and like your overall life. So let me break this down. New Year's is a resolution time, right? Okay, New Year's resolution. Oh, I'm gonna lock in this and that, right? The reason why most people don't succeed when it comes to the New Year's resolutions or just in their goals in general is because they go into it, they just go into it, right? It's kind of like going to the Olympics, doing a 100-meter sprint, and you're just going into it. You're just doing it on that day. But if you actually look at the Olympic athletes, they spend years. Like every Olympics are every 4 years. They're literally focused. There's competitions, of course. There's world championships, but even during those world championships, they are practicing beforehand. They're practicing. They're practicing. There's certain things. They have game plans. They have coaches. They have so much. They have their nutrition. They're doing practice runs. Right. They're competing against each other, maybe personally. So they're in the circle. So those are the things we don't see. We only see like in sports, we only see them when they're at the game, but we don't actually see that they don't show it on TV. They're not going to show them practicing. Maybe they'll show like maybe the media will talk about them. Oh yeah, they're not doing this, they're not doing that, but they're just at the gym or they're at the training ground just practicing. And we don't see that. Like, right? So when you think about like goals like New Year's or Ramadan or this thing called the winter arc or certain things like that, people just go into it. They're just like, okay, I'm gonna lock in, I'm gonna do this. But the one thing that's missing is a game plan, right? This is something that I've been doing for the last couple of months, and again, I've been seeing a lot of results in my life. And as I've also just been able to understand what's going on and just measure my life. So here's what you want to do. And if you're watching this in before the end of the year, perfect. Even if you're not, it's fine, right? I like to I like to break down my life in usually it's quarters or it's usually every 4 months, right? So it's in thirds, right? So what I'll do is I'll set my target, I'll set a goal, I'll say this is what I want from now to 3 months or from now to 4 months, right? It's currently October right now, so I said from September to December, this is what I want to achieve. And I said, this is what I'm going to do on this month. This is what I'm going to do in October. This is what I'm going to do in November. This is what I'm going to do in December, right? So I have my 4 months already locked in, right? I have it written down. I have it on my calendar. I have it on my Notion. It's already there, right? And then what I'll do is I'll then break it down through the month, right? So I'll see this is what I want to achieve this month. This is what I want to achieve. Yeah, this is what I want to achieve this month, right? I'll have it written down, my targets for the month, right? And then I will break it down by weeks, right? So every single Sunday, what I'll do is I will review my week before, and then I will make a game plan for the next week based on my previous week, right? So that's what I'll do. And of course, I'll have my daily goals. Now, this may seem kind of tedious, but what happens is, and this is something that I've been doing, I've been sending some of my friends, like, because I've been training a few people, but I've been just helping some of my friends. They can't really afford the services that I have right now, so I've just been helping them. And I just send them a weekly type form. It's literally a weekly type form. They're just writing down what they've done throughout the week, how much they weigh, and what they're planning to do for the next week. They've seen like whoever's trying to lose weight is losing weight. Whoever's trying to gain weight has gained weight, and they're seeing results. And just by understanding where you want to go, and they have their goals, right? Understanding where you want to go, analyzing what you've been doing, and then planning the next steps will get you so much further than just, even if you have a goal for the end of the year, if you can break it down, any goal you have, if you can break it down and then you follow that plan, you will achieve so much more than the most of the population. Because most of the population, they're just going through their lives week by week, and they're just going through it week by week. It's Sunday, okay, cool, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna go with this, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna go to movies, I'm gonna do this. And then Monday comes, they dread their lives until Friday, Saturday, Sundays. It's like kind of like this. Friday night's like, okay, cool, I can relax, I have 2 days. Saturday comes, oh man, like this and that. Sunday comes, and it's like, oh man, okay, well, my weekend's over. What I do is when Sunday, like Saturday, so Saturday nights, I will do a mind dump, right? And most people aren't gonna watch this, so who cares? But Saturday night, I do a mind dump, right? And that mind dump, I'll literally dump everything that's on my mind, right? I'll just write it down. On Sunday, I will do my game plan. I'll review my previous week. I'll see what I've done, what I haven't done yet, and then I will look at my journals. I'll look at everything. I'll analyze my week, and I'll plan the next week, and then I'll put it on my calendar, right? And what's that's done for me? It's given me so much clarity with like my overall week. And sometimes, like when I feel like I'm not doing enough, this is what happened to me last week. I felt like I wasn't doing enough, like just in general. The funny thing is, when I looked at my Notion, because I have all my like to-dos for each project or each thing that I'm doing, and I was looking at it, I was like, oh wow, you actually did a lot last week. You actually accomplished a lot last week. But throughout the week, I was like, man, like I'm not doing enough. Because sometimes, you know, when you're self-employed, you know, it's one of those things where it's like sometimes you feel like if you're sitting down and relaxing, you feel like you're not doing enough again. Like you just feel like, oh, I'm not doing enough, right? However, when I looked at it, I was like, wow, you're actually doing a lot. And then there's some aspects of my life that I wasn't doing enough. But when I saw that, I was like, wow, this is actually encouraging. Like you actually did a lot. So, and I wouldn't have known that. I would have just said, oh yeah, and I've been improving week by week on this. Like I've been trying to figure out better ways to improve it. I've implemented a habit tracker in my life. So a habit tracker is basically like I'll have like certain tasks or goals that I want to do, personal, business, health, whatever it may be, Islam, and I will just track it. Like if I did it, check mark. If I didn't do this bad habit, check mark, right? And that's been really, really helpful in my life. And I don't know if maybe one day I'll reveal it, and this is one of those things where it's like I said, this is the boring stuff. People don't want to do the boring stuff. Like the boring stuff is going to the gym, you know, doing your workout. You know, sometimes you don't, especially when you're first starting, like you're like, oh man, like it just feels boring, right? But this is the stuff that gets you to that next level. And alhamdulillah, like I feel like I'm definitely getting to that next level, you know, even like when it comes to like my fitness. You know, I had a certain goal like for the summer, and I said, you know what, I'm going to, because I wanted to shed some weight because I traveled, and then I just want to lean out, right? I wanted to see my six pack, right? I just decided, you know what, this is my game plan. And I realized I followed my game plan every single week. I said, you know what, 3 days a week, this is what I'm going to do. I implement at least some sort of cardio or high intensity workout into my workouts. And then I'm going to do leg raises, right? And alhamdulillah, it's October and I'm still quite lean. Like I see my six pack, I'm in good shape. Today I had a great workout. And as a result, you know, it's come to multiple aspects of my life, right? So this is, again, like I said, people aren't going to watch this. That's why I'm just going to keep repeating this. People aren't going to watch this. But if you're watching this, the main thing is figure out what you want to do. Like figure out your big goal, right? And then break it down to a year, right? And then break it down to, it depends on when you're watching this too, right? If you're watching this in like July, maybe plan out the next couple months. Maybe plan out September to December and then July and August, right? So maybe it depends on the month you're watching this, but basically take it in steps, right? Break it down, boom, 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 and then you follow a plan. Now, the thing is that you're not going to achieve, like, the reality is, and this is something that I'm learning, is you're not going to achieve that goal that you're trying to achieve simply because it's we're humans, like things happen. Even me, I have such a huge to-do list and I don't follow it. Like I follow it, but I can't do every single thing. That's just the reality. But if you do one or two small things every day, like just small steps, small steps, small steps, small steps, small steps, that's where helps you win, right? And that's why I'm going to experiment with it. I'm going to set bigger targets, right? Because I've seen some of my targets. Like I'm looking at my whiteboard. I got some of my targets good, but some of my targets I'm not there yet, right? So that's my personal thing. I'm going to set bigger targets, maybe a little bit more outlandish, right? So maybe that's going to shift my mindset. But this is something I've been doing and it's been working really, really well for me. And I'm excited to see where I'll be in December. Most people are going to watch this. Doesn't matter. I'm just sharing my life. I'm just sharing certain things that I've been doing. So yeah, that's really all I want to talk about. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want online fitness coaching, check out the link down below. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Don't forget to stay authentic. Peace.